Kramaprapta means the one that is the order of. Earlier, how many padas were described? 3. That is describing Vishwa, Taijasa and Prajna. Now the 4th needs to be exactly described, but the 4th pada cannot be directly described. It cannot be a direct meaning of any word. So by negating all the rest of the things, you have to arrive at the 4th pada. So just to recollect. So that 4th pada, Chaturtham manyante. Ke manyante? Jnaninaha manyante. Jnanis consider, see that manyante, consider word is very important. Shruti doesn't say it is the 4th one. If it says 4th one, what happens? Earlier 3 are there, remaining one the 4th. No. Why? This pada is in and through the earlier also. In and through the earlier 3 padas. But what is the difference now? Earlier it has the characteristic features of each pada. Now here it is totally free from those characteristics and it is what it is, independent of this. That's very important. Don't think, in waking state, Turiya is there or not?
Yes.
It's there. Dream it is there. That is, sleep it is there. Then you all the time you got. What is the problem? Why you bother about the Turiya now? If Turiya, Chaturtha pada, is in the waking, if it is in the dream, if it is in the... And how I? You got or not? Yes or no? Then what is the problem? Why you want to know the 4th pada now? It is there, but not available in its real nature. So, it is like our people playing the colors on Holi day. Holi, not holiday, okay. On the day of Holi. You can't recognize. Why? So many things are more. The smear on the faces. What you do? Ask him to have a clean bath and then what? Then the person is available as it is. So like that, this Turiya is available in the waking, dream and deep state, but the characteristic features of those 3 states, it is not its feature. So you have to get it free from those. So that is what being told. So therefore that all that can be done is deny, refute the features of rest of these states and what not belonging to Turiya. So one by one, just to recollect yesterday, because we were discussing the word Vidneya, but to remind, because that this mantra will continue like that. So it is not Antaprajna, maker consciousness is not there. Anything that not maker, Taijasa, dreamer consciousness. Anything, subtle thing you are aware of, it is not the feature of Turiya. In the moment you are aware of anything belonging to dream, what does it mean? It is not Turiya. Now Bahishprajnam, anything belonging to waker consciousness is not there. The Vishwa is not there. So that means the moment you are aware of the Jagat, what does it mean? Not Turiya. It belongs to Vishwa. So na Bahishprajnam, na Ubhayatah Prajnam, not the Antaral Avastha, intermediate stage between the dream and the waking. At times it happens. So either you are hazy way you are aware of this, at the same time you are not sleeping. Na prajnanakanam, not the deep state, not a sleeper consciousness. Na prajnam, not the entity who knows everything simultaneously, like Hiranyagarbha is not that. Again, na aprajnam, Don't think it is something inert in nature. It is not inert in nature. Adrishtam. Adrishtam means it is not an object of jnanendriya, sense organ. Avyavaharyam. It is not an object of karmendriya, ruled out. Then alakshanam means it is alingam in the sense it is not inferential. It cannot be inferred, because to infer some linga, some sign of Atma must be there. What is the Turiya must be there. Ashabdam, Asparsham, etc. It cannot have. Then Achintyan, you can't think of it as this by the mind. Achintyan. Avyapadesham, words cannot directly discharge as this. It is not the Mukhya Artha, it is not the Shakti Artha of words. Avyapadesham. So, Ekatma Pratyaya Saram, the entity who inheres in all the three states of consciousness, waking, dream and this, it is what? I, whatever we refer to ourselves as I is this Turiya entity, but as we understand it, it is mixed with what the features of rest of it. Prapanchopashamam, upashanta prapancham. In that Turiya, no trace of prapancha. Good or bad? Good or bad? Good, no? Or bad? Very good. Be careful. आपकी अदालत देखने को नहीं मिलेगी. आपके इलेक्शन सर्वे को at times it is a joke. I was browsing that tablet for something about this YouTube, etc. And some command I forgot. Frantically, this, the Prime Minister Modi, he was coming in there. So I had heard this. Aapki Adalat something. I clicked it. Aapki Adalat. At least I continued. At least 30 minutes are good jokes. It's a good entertainment. It's nice to hear it. Nice. Even the person who is there, he also smiles. But lekin, because he has to do his job. Lekin, actually he smiles with that. So rain is going up. Ask them, am I doing them? They go. So it was really a joke, whatever it may be. So that is what is good. So देखो आपके अदालत देखने को नहीं मिलेगी. Notice आपके अदालत. You are court. You are court. Not. So one day international देखने को नहीं मिलेगा. Second match is not. Prapancho Pashamam. Why? Free from Prapancha. Why it is good? What a source of sorrow. How do you come on proof? In sleep there is no prapancha, there is no sorrow. So that is how it is. Prapanchopashamam. Shantam. Free from raga, dvesha, avikriya. Changeless. Any change means sorrow. Changeless. Shivam. What is Shivam? Nirupadravam sukham. Happiness free from even the least trace of sorrow. Desirable or undesirable. Shivam. Advaitam. Free from bhedas, free from duality, because duality means sorrow. So that is what is Jnana is considered as Chaturtham Bandhan. Now, question is, where to hunt for this Chaturtham? Saha Atma. That is what I refer to as what? I Atma. That is the real nature of I Atma. And what should be done therefore? Saha Vidneyaha. So we are seeing this particular word that Bhashyakara has not commented on this word in this Pandukya, plus Bhashya, So we know the style of Bhashyakara. Such an important word he has not commented. We have to take a clue that he has commented elsewhere. And we find it where in Upanishad Bhashya. Bhuteshu, we have seen this last time. Just to remind you, Bhuteshu vichitya dhiraha. Vichitya means what? Vidnyaya. And then see, Vichitya meaning in the Bhashya that Kenopisha Bhashya is Vidnyaya. What is Vidnyaya? We have the same word now. So Vidnyaya. Then they say Vidnyaya means Sakshat Kritya. So therefore, Vidnyaya means in the Bhashya terminology, in Sanskrit it means Sakshat Kartavyaha. You have to gain the Sakshatkara of what? Chaturtha. What is the Chaturtha? Chaturiya. What is Chaturiya called? Turiya. Turiya, see, Turiya is actually Chaturiya, cha drop. And Chaturiya is Chaturtha. So why Chaturtha fourth? We have already seen. So that now in this context we are seeing Sakshat Kartavyaha. So what is the Sakshatkara? See, was in making it direct. Sakshat. Sakshat means Vyavadhanam Antarena. Without any Vyavadhana, interruption of anything, intervention of anything. That is what is the Sakshat. This phrase appears as we have seen from the earlier Bhashya, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 3:4:1, Yat Sakshat Aparokshat Brahma. That aparoksha has to be aparoksham. Aparoksham. Yat, whatever that Paramatma Tattva is what? Sakshat. What is Sakshat? Vyavadhanam Antarena. Without any intervening factor. Without any intervention in between us. Aparoksham Brahma. It is Aparoksha Brahma. In this context, let us little analyze the word Aparoksha. Na Paroksha is Aparoksha. Na Paroksha is what? Aparoksha. What is Paroksha? Akshnaha Param. Akshar means eyes, stands for the sense organ, Jnanendriya. Param, beyond the range of sense organs. The car that is parked on the main road, are you able to see? Paroksha, remote, is beyond the range of what? Sense organs. Like the booting of the train, no, it's parked. Paroksha. So, which is beyond the range of sense organs, Jnanendriya, na paroksham aparoksham. That which is not paroksha is paroksha. What is it? Come on, tell me. Huh? Pratyaksha. Pratyaksha. But Atma is pratyaksha. What is pratyaksha? Akshnaha prati. With that which is in the range of what? Indriyas, Jnanendriyas. Is I within the range of Jnanendriyas? Suppose if I were within, I means whatever referred to as I, where within the range of Jnanendriyas, what should have happened? I should be able to see what is that I. I should be able to hear what is that I should be able to smell what is that I. Or either of all or any of them. I should be able to touch what is I. I should be able to smell. Don't think whatever you smell in your body. दो दिन बात नहीं लिया है. 2 days this fellow has not taken bath. The body is thinking, I smelled Atma. It is not possible. What you smelled was what? Your body only, not Atma. That is what. So that is how. Then how are you going to this thing? We have come to this phrase, Sakshat Aparokshat Brahma. That word Sakshat gives Aparoksha means not Pratyaksha. Right? What is Sakshat? So we have seen already Vyavadhanam antarena. Without the intervention, without the interruption of anything else. But my dear sir, please specify what is that something. Vritti vyavadhanam antarena. The last vyavadhana, the last interruption can be what? Vritti. Antakarana vritti. Means between I and I, there should not be intervention of a vritti. Come on, what it is? No, Akataka vritti is vritti. Chaitanya. What Chaitanya? Nirupadhika Chaitanya. That Atma, pure consciousness, pure awareness, even without the vyavadhana, interruption of what? So therefore, aparoksha has to culminate where? In I, free from even the ahankara vritti. Because vritti has come, vyavadhana has come, it is not sakshat. So therefore, pratyaksha cannot be why? Pratyaksha means what is the vyavadhana? What are interrupted? After the vritti, indriyas. Pratyaksha means indriya is interrupting. Antakara vrittis are interacting, so therefore aparoksha cannot mean paroksha, it cannot mean pratyaksha. It has to resolve in I, Atma, free from even the last trace of antakara vritti, which is ahankara, I notion, ego, I notion, ego. So therefore says, now it says, that is what it is, sakshatkara means. So, Brahma Rupata Sakshatkara, or for which in the Sutra Bhashya, there is a word called avagati, Brahmavagati, avagati paryantam jnana. See, jnana can be, knowledge can be incomplete. And nowadays, any piece of information is passing at what? Knowledge. It is not that way. Avagati paryantam. See, look. Avagati paryantam jnana. This is the phrase from Sutra Bhashya. Actually, avagati means jnana only. What sense it makes? Jnana up to the point of jnana. So therefore, that avagati, not simply jnana, sakshatkara paryantam. That is what Panchapadika says, avagati, by commenting on Panchapadika. What is Panchapadika? Commentary on Sutra Bhashya by Padmapada Acharya. He defines avagati as what? Sakshat anubhavaha. What Sakshat anubhava means what? Sakshat means what now? Cover. Vritti vyavadhanam antarena anubhava. Stick to this definition. Experience free from even the interruption of what? Antakarana vritti. Is it possible? Last time we have seen, we are habituated or accustomed to the experiences with the help of what? Cryo. See, what are they? Knower, known, knowing process. In Sanskrit, jnata, jnaya and jnana in bracket put vritti, or experiencer, experienced, experiencing process. Anubhavita, anubhuta, anubhava, again bracket you put what? Vritti. Understander, understood and understanding process. To understand is Sanskrit, I could not get a distinct word from jnana. Jnana is okay. Jnana is there. But English slight difference is the other day I told you. These three words are more or less same connected, but in Vyavahara some distinction is made about it. So therefore, same thing, jnata, jnana, jneya. Now, for this, what are necessary? Vrittis are necessary. Without vritti, general concept is what? Experience is not possible. Do you agree? Some are still drinking. Yes or no? Tick marking will not help. I will ask you why. No. No Triputi, no experience. Do you subscribe to this? Later, if you are in a doubt, I will make you give the answer. Come on, tell me. When Triputis are there, the subject Jnata, you see the knowledge of Neya object to the process of Jnana, that is Jnana Vritti. A Vritti corresponding to the thing, entity to be, no, is it not? Now, subject I, Ahankara, Pramata, is he not a Antakarana Vritti Chidabhasa? Yes or no?
Yes.
Object, is it not a Vritti Chidabhasa? Vritti corresponding to the Neya, is it not a Vritti Chidabhasa?
Yes.
Now, we have to dissect now. We have got three types of vrittis. One vritti corresponding to the subject, ahankara. Other vritti corresponding to the object. And then one, the vritti which gives us knowledge. Plus chidabhasa. In this, what has got experiential aspect and what has got inert aspect. Is vritti by itself, it may belong to any one of these things. Has it got the experiential aspect? Inert. Chidabhasa has got the experiential. Why? Chit is anubhava. You know this. In the entire cosmos, the only experience principle is what? Chit, Chaitanya. In the entire cosmos, the only knowledge principle is what? Chit, Chaitanya. So therefore, with the Triputis, when you are knowing something, that or experiencing something, that experience aspect, that knowledge aspect belong to whom? Chit, Chaitanya, Atma, and not to Vritti. Okay? Now in Sakshatkara, what has happened? All Vrittis have dropped. Vritti of Jnata, Vritti of Neya, Vritti of Jnana, including Akhandakara Vritti. Who introduced Atma Brahma? Akhandakara Vritti. That also has dropped. What remains? Chit Sarupa Atma Brahma remains. What is its nature? Experience, experience, experience. Knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. Jnapti, jnapti, jnapti. Nitya jnapti, anubhava swarupa. Many have not understood the import of the word that Atma is anubhava swarupa, Atma is jnapti swarupa, Atma is swaprakasha, Atma is swayam jyoti. Many they speak about it, but they don't know the import of it. What does it mean? Atma is Anubhava Swarupa. What we mean by sun is self-luminous. Independent light principle. So like that, Atma is Anubhava Swarupa is Anubhava, 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 even without the Triputi. Even without any vritti. Jnana, 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 nepti, 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 all present without any triputis, without any vritti. Understood? That's it. Brahma Sakshatkara is what? Chaitanya Swarupa Brahma without the intervention of any vrittis, leave alone triputi vrittis, including Akhandakara vritti, including Atmakara vritti, including Brahmakara vritti, is not that. It is that self-experiencing principle, self-knowledge principle, that alone is there. That is what Brahma Sakshatkara. If you want to have a precise definition of Brahma Sakshatkara, here it is. It is given It is found, not given, it is found in Shiva Rahasya, 6th Kausha, popularly known as Bhrugu Gita. It defines like this. Brahma Chinmatra Saratvam Sakshatkaram Pratyaksham. Brahma Chinmatra Saratvam Sakshatkaram Pratyaksham. This is what is called as Sakshatkar. What is that? Brahma Chinmatra Saratvam. The essence in terms of what? Only Chit and Chit alone. What does it mean? No vrittis also are, including so-called Akhandakar vritti, which conforms to Atma Brahma. Otherwise, it is called Atmakar vritti or Brahmakar vritti. None of them is there. Brahma Chinmatra Saratvam. That is what. This actually conforms to the definition of moksha. We'll see after this. Later we'll see what is meant by moksha, the definition. Few definitions available, we'll see. This conforms that. That's how it is. So therefore, Vidneyaha. Now tell me, in Brahma Sakshatkara and Anubhava, an experience corresponding to Brahma is there or not? Yes? Yes. Why? No vrittis are there. If no vrittis, how is there? Anubhava. We'll come to those. Some questions are there. See, why do we need this Anubhava? Because Brahma is Atma. Is it not? 24/7 we are experiencing Atma. Why do we need? Let us keep that in abeyance for the time. You can't go on answering immediately. We'll keep in abeyance. We are going to come to that. That is because where the things have gone wrong, we'll see that. Let us keep it in abeyance. Now let us come to this point. That Brahma Sakshatkara means Brahma and Brahma alone remaining, which itself is what? Alone means what? Prapancha? Gone. Prapancha. Samsara. Abbara yo. Samsara gone. Abba relief. Ayo. Abba means what? You heave a sigh of relief. Samsara gone forever. Do you heave a sigh of relief or not? Yes, provided you have no ties anywhere. If you have got ties anywhere, ayo, I will be separated from where? Those things. That is why Shastra to begin with start from. Swamiji, why are you bringing that again and again? Viveka Vairagya. If Vairagya is not there, what are there? Ties are there. Like a bird which wants to fly. When the legs are tied with the stones, what can it do? It can't soar high. It may hop. Depending on the weight of the stone. If the stones are very heavy, it can't neither hop nor crawl. That is so provided is that is the case. Let us only now confine to this. In Brahma Sakshatkara, what is there is Brahma and Brahma alone, free from total fear, and it is there you have to give a sigh of relief because Brahma, samsara means what? Sorrow. And most painful sorrow is what? Janma Marana. See, we don't understand this. See, look, when a child is born, you celebrate. I think there is a custom in some of these things. When somebody is born, they cry. And somebody, I've heard somewhere, I don't know. Someone dies, they are happy. So, that is, somebody dies, you can be happy provided that person is a jnani. He is mukta. That is why they say, that is the So when a Mahatma dies, it is an occasion to celebrate. It is an occasion to celebrate. Why? Muktaha. Taking for having taken for granted that Mahatma is there. It is an occasion to celebrate. For others, say for example, if Bhishma etc. dies, Krishna told Arjuna, don't bother about it. You pity who when Duryodhana dies, right? What lot is going to get? Bhishma is what? He is jnani by himself. There is nothing required for him. Anyway. So that should be what? So that is with Sakshat Kartavya, Sakshatkara, Brahma Sakshatkara is nothing but Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone without the interruption of even any vrittis. That is what is defined as what? Brahma Chinmatra, Chaitanya Matra, Saratvam Sakshatkara Pratyakshate. The Chinmatra shows that most indispensable Akhandakara Vritti, Atmakara Vritti, Brahmakara Vritti is brought, ignorance is destroyed, that itself is what? Dropped. So that itself is a drop. Like in chemical reaction, there is what is called as catalyst. Catalyst. It takes the part in the process, finally what happens? It comes out having effect the process. Akhandakara Vritti, Brahmakara Vritti, Atmakara Vritti is brought to remove whom? Ajnana. Ajnana gone, Vritti gone, what you are, that is Atma Sakshatkara, Brahma Sakshatkara. Now, this being so that is some contention is there, so that is Turiya Atma can be known, but it is not experienced. It is your Swarupa, Anubhava, Swarupa, etc. Some this is there, we have to analyze. So, now here, we have to see a little contrast between jnana and anubhava. Come on, tell me, can you define what is experience, anubhava? See, in life at times you land in such a situation, the things that you are very familiar with, you can't define. Come on. I want to give me the definition of experience or anubhava, and also definition of jnana or what is called as knowledge. How are you going to define it? Is it not to be aware of? Is it not experience? To be aware of. Experience. You don't know what it is, but you are experiencing. Now, what is jnana? Cognizing or being aware of, but with decisiveness. This is what it is. See, in anubhava, experience what? To be aware of, see, you may know it what it is, you may not know what it is. Whereas, as far as the knowledge is concerned, you are cognizing, you are aware of, but with we see the form of this camera, form of this book. Do you experience? Yes, sir. You hear the sound. Do you experience? You smell. Do you experience? You taste. Experience. You touch. Experience. Means pratyaksha jnana. Knowledge gained through perception is experiential or not? If you are still in doubt, I will give a sentence to consider. The experience of different forms have got unique experiential differences. Understood? Or different experience of different forms have got what? Unique experiential differences. Is it not? Smells of different smell have got unique what? Experiential. I'll be a better. Goddess Saraswati also cannot describe the experiential difference between the taste of mango and the taste of custard apple. Understood? Even Goddess Saraswati cannot describe the experiential difference between what? Taste of mango and taste of what? Custard apple. Does it not? The experience or not? Keep intact, okay? You will use one. What you are derived? Anything that is pratyaksha, directly perceived, has got experiential quality or not, because first experience, then knowledge. If you want to, what is that? Make an action play. What is that? Action play. Huh? Action replay. You want to make an action replay? I will do that. Action replay for what? Pratyaksha involves first experience, then knowledge. Take an example of a born blind child. The child is born blind. Is it able to see? No. Now let us say it is 3 years old. Some new surgery has developed and the child is operated and the defect is removed. What is the condition of child? He is aware of many things. His experience with it. You hold a rose in front of the child. Is the child aware of the rose or not? No? He is aware of something is there. Does it know it is a rose? Does it know it is a rose color? So that what has done? A vradhaha, a knowledge person said, my dear child, this is called a flower. It is called rose. This particular thing, that shade that you see, the color, the rose color. Now the child has got knowledge of what? Yes. But is it ever possible without being aware of that rose? No. Huh? Not. So that is what he said is what? In pratyaksha, you cannot deny experience. See, all this will be useful, huh? You will say, Andu ke karika Turi Atma is going on and Swami is going on all over the world, you will say. So, I am taking you step by step because see, wrong notions have to be removed, but you have to justify why it is so. Why this is justified. So that is what that pratyaksha is what. Now, let us bring in who Krishna himself. So distinguish between what? Jnana and Anubhav. Of course, with the help of who? Bhashaka. Because the word Vidneya is there. Vidneya means Vijnana comes. Jnana, Vijnana. Jnana, Vijnana. When these two words have come, Jnana and Vijnana, what exactly is meant by Jnana and what exactly is meant by keep in abeyance, protection. It will be useful for reference afterwards. Now come to that. So, Jnanam, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna uses the way. Jnana Vijnana Nashanam Kama. Desire is the enemy who destroys Jnana and Vijnana. So that's what. In 7th chapter, this is the 3rd chapter. 7th chapter says, Jnana Vijnana Sahitam. I am going to tell you that knowledge, Vijnana Sahitam. Knowledge coupled with what? Vijnana. So we have got this word Vijnana corresponding to our present word is what? Vidneya. This much you know. V plus Nya, suffixes differ. Vidneya, Vijnana, suffix differ. But the root is what? V plus Nya. Okay. So that's why. If we ascertain what is meant by Lord Krishna in Jnanam, Jnana Vijnana Nashanam and Jnana Vijnana Sahitam, we will get a clue as to what is meant by Vidneya in the Bandhuka Upanishad by the Shruti. Except that, now let us take this, which is that Gita Bhashya, 3rd chapter, 41 says, first Bhashyakara defines Jnana as like this. Shastrataha, Acharyataha, Atmadinam, Avabodha, Atmadinam. Look, I am going in detail. It may be a little loading for you, but you have to bear it because once forever get rid of this wrong notion. You will not get this clarification anywhere else. It may be difficult. Not difficult, but it may appear to be difficult if you are not able to tune up properly. But if you are not able to tune up properly, better what you do. Revise. You will have the clarity. Otherwise, I would have long back started the bhashya of this. Because this Vidneya is the where you have to ascertain what exactly it means. So therefore, what is Jnana in Jnana Vijnana Nashana? Bhashyakara says, Shastrataha, from the Shastra. Acharyataha, by Acharya teacher in accordance to Shastra. Atmadina, Atma, Paramatma, Brahma, Kshetra, Kshetra, etc. Avabodha. Then, what is Vijnana? Visheshataha tad anubhavaha. Visheshataha tad anubhava means tasya anubhava. What is tasya? Jnanasya anubhava. That is Visheshataha. Specifically, what is specifically? Come on, you should give me an immediate answer. Without triputtis. With excellence. Without triputtis. Tad anubhava. Experience of what you get, you have got it knowledge. What is knowledge? Whatever avabodha you have understood with the help of what? Teaching from Shastra as taught by who? Guru. Its specific experience is what? Vijnana. So tell me, Bhagavan distinguished between Jnana and Atmanubhava. See, look here. Here, it has to be distinguished between Jnana and Vijnana because these two words are used simultaneously by who? Bhagavan. Explained by who? Bhashyakara. But in Vedanta, when you use the word Jnana, it means Vijnana. See, when in Vedanta, the single word Jnana is Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana means is Vijnana unless specified as Paroksha Jnana. Unless specified as Paroksha. Be careful about this. Fine? So that means what Bhagavan means by Vijnana? Experience of Atma according to it wherein we, Triputis are not there. Which means no vritti is vritti vyavadhana. Now come to the 7th chapter, second verse. That is there, jnanam teham savidjnanam. Arjuna, I am going to teach you or impart you is what I am giving you. Vijnana, jnana, along with Vijnana. What is better jnana there? Shastra jnana. Understanding of what? Shastra. What is Vijnana? It says, Swagubhava Sanyuktam. Sanyukta, coupled with Swa Anubhava, one's own experience. One second. This one wrong. But we sing it or not, experience involved or not. Not with Triputi, Swarupa, where Vritti also are not there. Now, some have ventured to translate the word Anubhava as knowledge. We have to consider that also. Look, this problem was not there before Indians started prattling English. Right? Vedanta has not come after British came here. Vedanta is well far. Anadi, from Veda it has come. This is not in this. Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana doesn't depend on English language. But today we have to, or we have to, not we have to, we are communicating in which language? English language. Then we have to touch. So what do we have to touch? See that in this context, you cannot translate Anubhava arbitrarily as what? Knowledge. I was joking. Vedanta did exist in India before Indians could prattle butler English. You know what is butler English? I think you know what is butler. Butler is a male servant in a big house, especially who takes care of pantry. So, in a British great man, there was a butler. One day, what happened? A cat came and ate the butter. Now, you have to report to the master, kitna butter kidhar gaya? But problem was with him was, he didn't know only 2 words in English. He didn't know the word cat. He knows what is cat, he knows. But English word cat is there. And he didn't know eat, ate, past tense. Eat means to eat, past tense. These 2 words he didn't know. But he has to communicate. Gur meow, sir. 4-legged, sir. Butter goat, sir. You know, gur meow, sir. So the cat makes the sound, gur, meow, mewing. 4 legs, sir. It has gone for the butter eating the butter gone, sir. I believe Vedanta was even before that. See, you discard the Anubhava, which is so indispensable, and take this thing of this arbitrary translation. It cannot be. That's no why. Let us not go into that. Afterwards, I'll give some passages. So, you put the word knowledge in the place of Anubhava and see how you make mockery of yourself. I will give one phrase. It is too early to tell you. Anubhavasanatvat bhuta vastu vishayatvat cha brahmajnanas. भाष्यकार ब्रह्मपुत्र भाष्य से ब्रह्मज्ञानस्य ब्रह्मज्ञान is what? Anubhavasanatva. Its avasana, culmination is on anubhava. Why? Bhuta vastu vishayatva. That knowledge of Brahma is about an entity called Brahma which is existent. The reason for that, it is where all Panchapadika, Vivaran Prameya, etc. And from there, this not knowing what is the cause of that, this has originated. Brahma Jnana doesn't need the what is the cause, we'll see afterwards. Brahma Jnanasya, or Brahma Jnana. Anubhava avasanatva culminates in anubhava. Put that knowledge. Brahma Jnana, knowledge of Brahma culminates in knowledge. In this sense, is it? Many passages can see it is not possible that let us not bother about that. So that is, let us not go about this flimsy translation, arbitrarily done, etc. One can make a mockery of oneself. So therefore, from this Jnana Vijnana Nashanam and that is Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam. Bhashakara clearly this is understanding of in this context, okay? Understanding of Shastra as what? Jnana, and its first-hand experience as what? Why did you not get the first-hand experience at the time when it was unfolded to you? Your mistake. Why your mistake? Your mind was not ready. See, look, Atma Jnana is gained at the time of Shravana only, but in the most of the cases, it appears as a hypothetical statement. Do you know why? Why? Atma Jnana to gain, when you operate the Pramana, we are going to come to that in detail. When you are operating the Pramana Vedanta, you must have ready frame of mind. What is called a Pramana, a means of knowledge, can function provided, what is that? Required samagris are there. What is samagris? Prerequisites. Eyes can see, no light. Can you see? Like that. Vedanta can give knowledge provided your antakarna is what? Ready. In terms of two things. What is that? Shuddha, Nishchala. If you have got Shuddha antakarna with Chitta Naishwarya, what Chitta Naishwarya? What is the composure of the mind? In technical terms, it is called Krita Upasti. Which Krita Upasti? One who has taken to Upasana to the point of success, gaining the Sakshatkara of Upasya Daivata. Taking Upasana to the point of what? Sakshatkara is what? Direct vision of Nirguna Brahma, Upasya Daivata. For that person, Vedanta, 3-4 minutes will do the job. Take Avastatraya Sakshi Prakriya, Panchakosha Viveka Prakriya, Drigdisha Viveka Prakriya, and that is what you are, because when you point out that is what you are, already the mind in such a frame, it has got the replica of Nirupadhika Atma called as Shodhita Dvampada. He's experiencing. My dear sir, this is what? Brahma. Come to it. If Vidyaranya Muni laments in Jivan Mukti Veka, yo, Idanintana, present day Mumukshu, Akruta Upasayaha. They don't do Upasana. Jump in what? Gita. They pick up something, it is not totally useless, but it is not of the point of what? Sakshatkar. So what is to be done? That mind has to be separately made ready. That's why it appears as though delay is there. And when it is there, it is Sakshatkara, Sakshat Anubhava. Okay? Vidneyaha. Now, we'll take into consideration one by one aspect. Some may be from the common sense standpoint. Some may be from the reasoning aspect. Rest of them will be Shastras. Based on that, see that Vidneyaha means what? Sakshat Anubhava will be, what you call experience will be, and it is not correct to say that Turiya Atma is not experience. Many doubts are there, one by one we will crash and set. There's no time today. We will do that. Only that I need your patience. That is it. Because it is a very delicate thing to analyze. The analysis is very delicate. To be able to grasp it. Nothing is taken for granted. And I will ask you, if this is not so, please produce me that how it is wrong or what other opinion there will there give me Shastra from. I don't want hearsay. I don't want hearsay. I don't want arbitrary translation of any word because Vedanta doesn't depend on the translation system. That you say. You need another at least 2-3 classes as that. Let us try our best to know what it is all about. Why not? Because you must have heard this phrase. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan says, Tasma Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Karya Vasyatav. What is to be done, what is not to be done, what is the pramana for you, the guiding factor. Now, what is to be done, what is not to be done is in the Vyavahara level. Vyavahara level is even the perceptible field. In the perceptible field, what needs to be done and what needs not to be done. If you should be guided by Shastra, what about Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, what is it? Atindriya. What is Atindriya? Beyond the realm of senses. Do you not get guided by Shastra? Is any personal comment, what? Interpretation is going to work there? That's what it is. I'm just analyzing and going to keep in front of you what the Shastra has to say. You are the better judge. I have got trust in you. I have got trust in you, but I will put the facts in front of you. You, that is what decides. We'll go step by step.